Now that I've come out of that phase, I can actually talk about it. The last 4-5 months were the darkest months of my life. I'm not exaggerating when I say I had hit rock bottom in every way you can imagine. As you all know, my father had lost his business this year 2025. Everything he had built over the years is gone. And for him, it felt like life was over. He had lost hope completely. And hearing and seeing your father in that state is something I don't think anyone can prepare you for. And the worst part, I had no hope myself. But still, I had to give hope to everyone around me. I would cry alone, wipe my face, and then go tell them everything is gonna be fine, everything will be alright. That was my routine for months. I genuinely thought nothing would ever change. I thought life was finished for us. Also, during that time, everything else also went wrong. My flatmate moved out, so I was completely alone in that flat. I wasn't eating. I hadn't stepped out of that flat for almost a month. I used to just lay in bed, either sleeping, crying, or scrolling, and that was on repeat. When people say rock bottom, this was mine. And when you're going through that much, your brain goes in very dark directions. I won't get into details, but I didn't want to be here either. Then something changed. One day I packed a bag and went to my friend's place. I just couldn't stay alone anymore. And honestly, that was the turning point. I met new people. I started talking, laughing. My mind got a break from drowning in the same thoughts every day. Around the same time, I started making videos. Not because I wanted to become a creator, but because I wanted to keep myself busy. Every time I was free, my mind went straight back to everything that had happened. So I started talking into the camera. Not thinking much, just talking. And somehow, people related to it. And I didn't feel so alone anymore. And then something happened in October that changed even more. A very close family member of ours passed away, suddenly in a very mysterious way. He was eating lunch 1 hour and gone the next. That incident shook me completely. I realized life is not guaranteed. We cry over so many things, but we forget how lucky we are to even be here. That one moment changed the way my family and I see life. And that's when it hit me. What we lost materially can be earned again, but losing a person, that's permanent. And that thought made everything else feel small. Another thing I learned was please talk to someone. Whenever you're in such situations, don't keep everything inside like I did in the beginning. I stopped talking to my friends for almost 2-3 months. I didn't reply to anyone. I had isolated myself completely. But I had one very close person, who listened to everything, every breakdown, every thought, and every fear. And that honestly saved me. So if you're going through anything, either it's grief, stress, heartbreak, financial issues, anything, please talk to someone. Don't think people will judge you. Everyone has got problems. Everyone. And sharing doesn't make you weak. And today, I can say I'm out of that phase, not completely, but mostly. I don't think about it 24/7 anymore. I haven't cried in the last 2 months. I've learned to accept what happened. I've learned to move forward. I have learned to keep myself busy. Work really helped me. And also making videos helped me. Talking helped me. 2025 was the worst year of my life, but it taught me who actually stands for you. It made me closer to my parents. Being someone who grew up in a boarding school, I was always a little distant from them. But now, I talk to them about everything. We have become so much closer, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm still scared, still figuring things out, but I know this much. Whatever God took away from me, He'll give it back in a better form. Maybe not now, maybe years later, but there is always a purpose. And the biggest thing I learned is life doesn't end because something went wrong. It feels like in that moment, but it doesn't end. You will get back up just like I did. Thank you. Thank you so much.